What is going on, everyone, and thanks for tuning into this video. Today what I wanted to show you is the second part of this video, because I just wanted to let you know what actually happened. So I'm not gonna go off of the first part. I'm just gonna continue as to what happened afterwards. So right now I'm showing you the video of me actually recording. Again, I record everything I sell, especially if it's really high value in price like this here, and I'm showing everything working. So you don't hear any noise in the background because I turned that off, but I'm basically showing you the entire computer. I'm showing you the serial numbers, I'm showing you the memory, I'm showing you how many cores it has. In this case it's a Apple computer, so it's easily readily available to show you that stuff. You're gonna see in a little bit that I'm testing out the speakers. You're gonna see like a screen where it shows the speakers from one side to another, because you can hear both of them. Yeah, it's just there to prove that, hey, this is like everything is working. And that's exactly what I try to tell eBay. But basically just wanted to show you a little bit about this before I actually get into showing you what actually happened, or what actually I received from eBay. So let's go back to why it took so long to record this video. I've recorded this video about 3-4 times, but I just can't find the right words to make this more impactful. And this is just I don't even think this video is, but I don't want to wait any longer. So just to kind of recap of what happened, actually I will mention a few things just to recap. But just to recap what happened, basically I accepted the return from their suggestion. They didn't recommend it, they suggested it, based off of how their policies work and how they're very for the customer, for the actual buyer protection program. Again, I was going back and forth with quite a few chats, and then kind of find out as soon as I accepted it hours later, my account was permanently suspended for violating the site's policies. Don't know what that means. I wanted to know what details, so that way I can, kind of, give my case on it, but they didn't want to hear it. So they didn't provide any information, and I was just basically out of luck at that point. So yeah, my account was permanently suspended at that point, still pending receiving the item. I chatted with them back and forth because I could no longer call them. That's grayed out as well too. So if you're permanently suspended or blocked, your account is there's two options. You can either receive a phone call from them or chat with them. You can't call them. Even if you have some sort of number that you found online, it's not going to lead to anything. Even when they call you that same number, it tells you right there that that number does not receive calls. Only way to do it is to request for them to call you, which is pretty quick, like a minute. Probably even quicker than that. But I don't have that option anymore, so I can only do chat. So I'm freaking out, like, well, what's gonna happen? And at that point, they were just saying, you could be lucky and they don't send you back the computer, which in that case, they took a while to send me the computer back. But again, I was still freaking out because it's just $5,000 right here. And I received very good advice from one of the representatives that said, look, man, if all else fails, I wish I can help you. I tried to help you, I can't. They really did try to reopen my account, but they can't. They said worst case is just block eBay from taking out any money from any of your accounts that you have attached to eBay, and that's the only thing I can recommend at this point. So I hate doing that, because if I owe money, I owe money. But when I have proof that there's fraud being done, and there's nothing nobody can help me with, they just like, hey, your account's closed, we turn our back against you, I'm going to do something about it. I'm not just gonna sit there and say, okay, well, there's fraud being done and I have to accept the return. No, this is when I actually am going to defend myself, and this is where I had to do it. I hate doing it. I wish I never did it, to be honest. I wish I never did it. But I had to do it, and I blocked all of my accounts. I reported them as law. I've told all the companies what has gone on. I didn't just say, "Oh, I lost my card." No, I told them what is going on, and everybody has recommended, "Oh, we're gonna have to report your card as stolen. That way your, accounts change and whatnot." I hate doing that. I hate doing that, but I had to do it. I have evidence that this is what's going on, and yet eBay just does not want to help me, so I have to help myself. Okay, I did that, and my bank as well too. I didn't report that as stolen, but they did their thing on their end, which helped me out tremendously. Block eBay completely. And they were just, everybody I talked to, we had a little personal just conversation, they were human about it. And we live next to a hospital here in Kyrgyzstan, so yeah. It feels like they're supporting that person, you know what I mean, because of their black and white, Oh, so I was saying, I was talking to the credit card company people, and all of them just took a step back from being professional in their respective fields and just listened to me just a little bit, because I was telling them the situation. They were like, they didn't help you out, some just went into doing what, taking care of business, but some were like, really eBay? Yeah. So be careful if you're gonna sell from on eBay. A lot of people don't, but I said, if you plan on doing it, just be very careful. Very careful. It's not an easy place to sell. It is not easy. There's other places to do it, but just this one's pretty tough. So, but yeah, luckily I received help. They all helped me out, and I hated doing that. I'll tell you that I really hated doing that, but I had to do it. So, but yeah, I have evidence you're seeing in the video right now, or you saw that me showing the iMac. I apologize for that mess. Again, we're moving. Remember, we're doing a whole move, so that's one of the big items. It's a big item. So I had to. That was my number one priority, is to get that, make money off of that. But anyways, so I had to. So going back and telling eBay what's going on, I'm freaking out. They gave me that advice to talk to my financial institutions on them helping me out, which they all did, thankfully. And but prior to that, I waited for eBay to I waited for the item to come in, and this is what I've been wanting to show you all, what's going on here. So I just want to let you know that the person that's opening the box is my mother-in-law. As you've heard, I'm overseas, so I was back at home when this happened. And I was there for a short period of time. Within that short period of time is when I actually sold the item. But now I'm here, and this is when it all happened. So basically, as you can see here, the boxes, we had a game plan to not open the box, don't do anything, because I didn't want to show anything being disturbed. If you see anything loose, that's how we received it. This is exactly how we received it from the post office. So yeah, it was taped up horribly. This is not the box that I actually sent it on. Actually, it's the box that Apple uses, a brown box over the iMac's original box that you saw, the white box that I was using. I actually have that brown box in the background. I didn't record that part, but it's like a perfect cut of the outer box. Yeah, so I already knew. I was like, I already kind of figured, I'm like, something's going on, because the box seems a bit small, or they went cheap and they bought a box there's boxes that you can sell iMacs in, but they turn out to be this soft and fragile. They're pretty bad, so it's at your own risk that you use these boxes. I received the box. I don't know if you can see, I have two iMacs in the video. The other one's a 21.5-inch for 2017 model. And that one, pure luck, was not broken. It had no padding. It was the worst shipping I've ever seen in my life. And if I have pictures, you'll see it here. It miraculously didn't have any scratches or anything like that. Just, yeah. I even let the people know, like, hey, you guys got lucky. You know, I didn't, like, I accept the computer. I'm not going to return it because it was still in great shape. Nothing happened to it. I just let them know it was in disastrous shape, the box. I don't know how this thing did not get scratched or damaged, but it made it. And they were just like, oh, that's great. You know, they were happy that there was no return or anything. No, but they didn't send a cable, but they finally did. That's just a little side tidbit that I wanted to share with you. Anyway, so we're going back here to this box here. And I'm just, again, we had a game plan as to the iPad with FaceTime was going to be on here, and then you know, in the selfie mode, and then the phone in the similar situation, which I was on FaceTime, just that way I can see what's going on. I actually saw everything that you see here. But yeah, as you can see, as soon as you open the box, I said there's something wrong. There is something wrong here that does not look like it's the color. And bam, I saw the thickness of that shell, and I said, what is, like, I already knew this is fraud. And there was a sense of relief because I was like, yeah, eBay got my back, right? eBay's got my back. Yeah, no, not even close. So yeah, I already knew this. Like, this is like a 2009, 2010 iMac, 27-inch. But yeah, it's like, yeah, this is not it. This is definitely not the computer. So disappointed, very disappointed. Still am disappointed that they would reach this level of fraud just to, yeah. And then look, as you can see, there's water. There's bottles of water in that. I think they did that way they could match the same weight, thinking I'm a company that just, you know, for me, kind of like Amazon, you know, I think they do weight. They match the weight of what they send, and if it matches, you're good or something like that. Yeah, so there was bottles of water in there. Yeah, so this is why it took a while for them to send me the iMac. So from the initial return request, it pushed them all the way to the max limit that they had to send the item, I think like 2 days before, and then they finally sent it. Is because I think they bought this and they were going to use this to ship me, you know, this. But yeah, this is what I received. There you go. See, I'm on one side and then the iPad's on the other side. This is the game plan that we had prior. They were like, all right, let's make sure that we got to get, you know, take care of this. And yeah, we thought of this when the item was being shipped. And yep, so she's just showing me right now. I'm asking her, can you do this? Can you, you know, that way eBay had a, you know, could take a look at this and take a look that this was a clear fraud. And yeah, I was just asking her some stuff. Again, she's not like big on tech stuff, so it was a little bit difficult to try to get her to understand. I just wanted basically the name, you know, that right there where she's pointing at. I wanted that information, that way that, you know, if they needed to match that. I don't know if you know, but iMacs have, at least these iMacs have like serial numbers at the bottom, or has some information like that at the bottom of the stand. So I just wanted to show that. And then she did show me that at least they added the cable. Yeah, so this is what I received. If I know it's been a while and I want to show you this video, this is what I received. Very disappointed. And believe it or not, this, you know, yeah, I may laugh about it now, but you know, this was very depressing, to be quite honest with you, because you feel helpless, you know, even though that you have so much, you know, evidence to prove, you feel helpless, because a company looks at things black and white. Even though I still managed, even though with the account suspended, you still can log into your account. You just can't buy or sell anything on there. You know, I was looking at the listing for this, and I did click on it where it says report a problem with the return. I clicked on it, and I put down in the box the link to this. I told them what was going on in a short statement. I hit submit. It went through, but I never received anything else from eBay as to confirming that they received it, that they reviewed it, nothing like that. And every time I would chat with them, they would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, your account's suspended." So there was one email that it does go to directly to a certain department, and that's the high ends claim or high claim, or basically because it's over $2,000, you have to go to a different claims department. And they just always keep telling me, "I'm sorry, your account's suspended. There's nothing we can do to help you out." And I asked them, "Have you reviewed this video to see?" I submitted that. They're like, "Sorry, we can't do anything about it." That's it, just like that. So that brought me down, and it's kind of one of those laughters I have, like, but it's not really laughing. I'm not having fun about this entire situation. I try to just lighten myself up when I see stuff like this. I can't. When you see stuff like this, it's hard. It's again depressing. It's you feel anxious when you get this to get help, and you don't get help, especially with eBay. They just clean wipe their hands and say, we're good, like, deal with it. And another thing that they claim is that they say that you should have that sort of buffer whenever fraudulent stuff like this happens, to take hits on your side. I'm not a company. This is not what I do for a living. So $5,000 is not something that that's just that I earn in seconds or in minutes. $5,000 is something that takes me a long time to make. For them to just say that this is something that I should just prepare myself when I'm selling on eBay, no. That's why they highly recommend that you always give them a partial refund, always. And the partial refund is they 50%, so they wanted me to give them $2,500 back. That way they can keep the computer and $2,500 back. They said, because if you don't, then you're going to lose out on $5,000. Like, they already know that you're going to lose as a seller. That's the worst part about it. And So that's why when I feel bad, but really I don't, in a sense, that I have to get my financial institutions to get involved with this matter. Luckily, they've all helped out. So, this is what I received. It's not fun. It's not, it's not cool at all. I got this, who knows, broken. I don't know. I didn't even ask to turn it on. All I asked was just put it on the side, and when I get back, I'll deal with it. So right now, my defenses are up. I'm waiting for eBay to send me a collection notice or anything like that. And I hate saying this also, but at that point, then we're gonna have to reach the legal matters at this point. It's gonna suck, but it's gonna have to happen. So when I checked all my accounts, I made this video because I'm checking all my accounts. I'm taking notes, and that's another thing too why it took so long to make this video. I'm taking notes, I'm studying things. I don't wanna go in and just not know what I'm doing, and somehow some stuff sticks, but then I'm still confused. I'm actually jotting down notes, finding out what I need to do, finding out what eBay has on me, finding out the information from the buyer. I have everything on eBay, has all their stuff, including a phone number. I'm not gonna call the phone number to do anything. I'm just going to let the legal team know what's going on. Here's this. Let's go out and pursue this lawsuit, because unfortunately Nobody wants to deal with it, then all right, then I'm just gonna have to take things into my own hands, or in this case, the attorney's hands, and see how we can, get this matter solved by, I'm hoping now, by a judge. So, yeah, that's what's going on. I was gonna make this a 3-4 part video, but I was like, no, you know what? I'll combine this together. I don't want to, spread this all out. So with that, the last part that I wanted to add was I received an email, and I'm not going to show it because there's just so much information, but it's just kind of like an end of month statement type deal, for the month of November. And I opened it up, and of course it says just what you typically see. Your account is blocked. You are permanently suspended, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. And it gives you options to click on stuff such as like review the statement that you received. I click on it and it just gives me a 404 error page, meaning that the page does not exist. Okay, now there's another option to click on there, and it says like resolve a dispute. So I was like, well, I was just curious. I looked and looked and looked, and yeah, you can tell that the person was refunded according to their records. And it was ruled in their favor because I did not respond, is what it says on there. It says I did not respond. I'm like, wow. So my defenses went back up at that point, because they went down shortly, because prior to checking that, I did see where there was another option to click on there to pay off your balance. I click and pay on there, and I'm expecting to see $4,800 some dollars, something like that I received a month ago. Nothing. It says a zero balance. So they either sent me to collections already, or, which, I'm still like hoping, but I'm not expecting anything. They maybe reviewed that, not according to the actual listing that I saw, when I clicked on the dispute side of things, but I'm hoping that they saw that there was fraudulent activity being done, and they just said, you know what, hey, let's recharge the person the amount and close this out, but still keep me suspended. Nobody knows anything. No, we're not gonna say anything. Let's just go ahead and move forward on with life. I'm hoping that's what they did. I doubt that that's what they did. So, but it still says zero balance. So my defenses went down. But then when I saw the act again, when I looked at the prior disputes and whatnot, it did say that it was refunded and it was ruled in their favor. But then when I looked at the person's like username, you can click on it to review like their feedback and stuff like that. It says the person is no longer a registered user. So yeah, the buyer from the label is one name. The buyer on eBay is another name. So wow, it is just all crazy. So what my next steps are right now is just wait for any sort of mail to come into my house back in Massachusetts. If something says, hey, you owe so much money on a collection account, we're gonna take this into legal matters. Right now I'm just preparing. I just need to know who I can call, what I need to do. Proof, everything is being recorded, everything is in a folder on my computer, on the iCloud drive. Oh, it's yeah. So that's what's going on right now. If I receive anything from eBay that there's any further action that needs to happen or against me or anything, we're gonna be going through the legal matter, the legal way. If everything is nothing else. Either way, something will happen within 2 years, because that's how long you have to, that I know of, unless I read something wrong. I'm gonna verify this. I'm actually gonna pay an attorney to actually just ask this question, but I believe I have 2 years to, fix the situation. Something will happen within 2 years. As of right now, I'm just gonna let things cool down a little bit, let the new year happen. Once 2022 happens, I should be back in Massachusetts. Then I will start looking into the legal way. Either way, just to verify that everything is good, or just to fix the situation. So that's what's going on. Sorry for this long video. Again, I'm not gonna make a 4-part video. I'm just gonna go ahead and combine everything together and make this extremely long video. Sorry if you see some advertisements. I want to monetize it that way. I can make some money, because if this happens, it's not gonna be cheap to get a lawyer and go through all that stuff. It's just, I'm preparing for the worst. So I make nothing off of these monetization videos. I don't. I make $100 every 3-4 months. If I'm lucky, 3 months. That's, yeah. So I don't make money off YouTube, guys. So let me know if you want to see a video like that. I'll be more than happy to make a video like that. It's no problem. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Questions about this whole situation, about the computer that you see in front of you. Anything, just let me know. Definitely share this video. Please share this video. I want people to see more of this. I don't have a big enough channel to where some people that sell on eBay and have a big YouTube channel, or channel period, they have an outreach. I don't. Sharing the video could potentially be my outreach, and that's why I ask you to share this video. Thanks so much, everyone. After this video, it's going to be back to my normal content. If anything comes up from now, or if anything comes up from eBay period at any point in time, I will give you an update. If you want to know what the update is, please let me know in the comments below. Really, I answer as much questions as I possibly can. I do my very best, when I'm just doing nothing, and I'll go into the comment section and start answering questions as much as I can. If it's something that I can't, then of course, but let me know. Thanks so much. Thanks for the support. I only got one person who commented, so thank you for commenting and replying that you wanted to see this video. I really appreciate it. So really do. But any other questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see if I can answer them for you. Thanks again.